What's up guys, Jordan up here, and today I decided to do a video on my first impressions of the MayFlash f500 arcade stick. So, just to demonstrate this, arcade stick, I have, like, Tekken 7 hooked up just to show you, like, what it's like. Just to show you what the arcade stick's like. Let's get right into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the stick. So, when it comes out of the box, well, first let's just talk about it's really responsive. Actually, I don't think you would ever miss an input on this thing. But out of the box, it's pretty stiff, you know, it's pretty, the stick is pretty tight, but after a while, it actually loosens up, and, it might be a little weird. It might be a little weird once it loosens up and you've used it for a while, but overall, it doesn't really feel spongy at all. And I've only had it for like a couple weeks, but it does not feel spongy. It still feels really responsive, but it will loosen up, so I guess you'll have to get, you know, used to, the looseness, but I think that's a good thing. Really responsive. Now the buttons. The buttons you are good. They don't feel spongy at all, actually. But you don't have to, well, I don't know if you could hear it, but not too much input delay on this game, but still, really responsive buttons, but, you don't have to press them real hard, actually. You can only, like, lightly tap them. You'd have to press them hard. So, I guess you could tap something on accident and not know it, but I highly doubt it if you're, like, holding it, like this. I mean, you could have, like, a wrong input, but, yeah, you don't have to, like, do that. You could just do... Yeah, that's how hard you have to press it to, get it to have a input come out. Not very hard. So I guess if you really want to know if you're doing a move, this might not be for you. If you want to press your buttons harder, you know what I mean? Like, you want it to be harder to press your buttons, so you know if it's like, if you're actually doing the input or not. So, yeah, that's the buttons overall. And once you get the arcade stick, from my personal preference, it comes with a square gate. Okay, well, it has the square gate installed, and then it also comes with an octagonal, I think you say it, octagonal gate, or octagonal. No, octagonal. It comes with an octagonal gate. And right now, the octagonal gate, I saw immediate difference with the octagonal gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I counted 7, I probably missed one. But whatever, this is an octagonal gate. And I actually saw immediate difference, like, see, this is down, this is diagonal forward. So the diagonal forward, like, that's true diagonal. Like, it's not just there, it's actual, like, diagonal. So, like, if you're having trouble with the square gate and you can't do, like, diagonals, or, like, you're missing, like, your forward input, you'll see, like, so much more of a difference with a octagonal gate. Definitely easier, just overall, it's just a lot better, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It is kind of weird to set it up, but that's kind of like every other single, arcade stick. It's like the same setup. I already did a video on that. But yeah, they don't feel spongy at all. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Okay, so this, it doesn't have a very strong, it pops back to neutral, but if you, like, do this, I'm hitting back input, right? And it like snaps back. But if you do that, it'll input a forward input, especially if you're trying to like attempt a Korean backdash, which is diagonal back, and then you're like, but like you put the back input too hard, you'll end up like doing this. So you feel like you're like doing it normal, but like the thing is that you need to control your back input, because Korean backdashing does work. It works, you just need to have it controlled. You need to control your back input. So yeah, when you're doing like Korean, if you're trying to, well, this is Tekken 7 only, but if you're trying to attempt Korean backdashing, control your back inputs. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Okay. But if you input the back input too hard, you're gonna end up with this, because it's gonna snap back and then input a forward input. So yeah, you wanna be careful on. You want to control, like, your back input on a Korean backdashing. It's pretty exclusive to Tekken 7. Maybe some other games, but... Yeah, so, those were kind of my impressions for, this arcade stick, the MayFlash f500. So, it's actually, like, pretty cheap. It's only $80. I mean, I could see how it might be a little expensive, but really, for what you're getting, it's really not that bad. This is the first arcade stick I've had, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, but to me, this is, like, really good. For $80, I would say it's worth it, because most of, like, the top tier, arcade stick people say there are, like, the best arcade sticks are, like, $200, okay? And I don't think most people will be able to, like, afford that. So, right now, this is, like, my first arcade stick, so this is actually pretty good for, $80, I think. So, yeah, buttons, good. You don't really have to press them that hard, though. This doesn't really have a, what do you call it, like a, whatever, like, the thing that makes it stop back to neutral. I think you could change that and make it stronger. Because if you put that back input too hard, it will input a forward input. So, which is a nightmare if you're attempting Korean backdashing, and you don't... Sorry, there's a movie back there. But, I don't know if you can hear it, but... Yeah, it can be kind of hard if you're, attempting Korean backdashing. So yeah, just watch out for those things, because they are there. But it is a solid arcade stick, so, I hope this kind of gave you a little insight if you're looking into buying this arcade stick. And, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.